Wake Up Beijing, by Anna von Reitz. The Watchmen of the Republic, the real one, air shouting from the rooftops and from the city walls. The watch fires are lit. The mouthpieces of their bought and paid for media blare nonsense night and day, bread and circuses to keep us entertained. But it isn't working. Their banks steal from their depositors and throw fanciful money laundering schemes at us, seeking to exonerate themselves, entrap everyone else and use other people's money to do it. You want to do business with these persons? Really? A great and unseen struggle is being waged with one aim, to keep the American people duped and asleep. But it isn't working. It is this simple: their Territorial Congress you see in Washington, D.C. is not our Congress. The Municipal United States Congress you see parading around and causing trouble isn't our Congress, either. Our states are not their states of states. Their territorial states of states are not our federal states of states. They are running a foreign, usurping government out of Washington, D.C., and pretending to represent us. They don't. The Municipal United States government should not exist outside the 10 miles square of the District of Columbia. The Queen and the Popes have been colluding against us in gross breach of trust since 1822. They are such good liars and payola artists, they've gotten away with it, too. To hear them tell it, black is white and red is blue. They have made false claims in commerce and duped us into obviously paying their corporate debts for 150 years, impoverishing us and enriching them. And when they realized the jig was up, what did they do? Even with the benefit of all that they have stolen from us, they could never pay us back. So they set up their FEMA concentration camps and ordered their 30,000 guillotines and taught the fools who work for their pieces of paper and their digits on a screen that we are livestock and useless eaters, as they prepare to murder their priority creditors, their own employers, the people who have paid their bills for all these years. And they collected the life force value annuities that should have been paid to the Americans and Canadians. And they concocted a bogus $20 trillion U.S. national debt by not applying credit that we are owed. And they won't protect our southern border even though that is required by their service contract. And right now, with the horrified eyes of the world upon them, they are trying to sell our highway system to you so you can charge us tolls to use our own roads to pay their bills for them? You think that is going to fly? Wake up, Beijing. Do you need a better reason to destroy the Federal Reserve? Has it dawned on everyone yet who the real villains in the story are? The same worthless roaches are trying to sell our land and soil and water, too, to anyone stupid enough to think that they can buy it from them. Be forewarned, all you investors. The land and soil and the waters belong to our states and our people, and we are sick and tired of any more legal chicanery, any more lies, any more excuses for any of this. If you have a debt or a claim against the U.S., the American states and people are not their sureties. The Queen and the Pope are their sureties. Don't come here, China, and negotiate with the thieves of the Federal Reserve. Those roads belong to us. Don't come here and claim to buy a water district and think you own the people's water. You are being swindled, and so are we, by international criminals ensconced in Washington, D.C., and those criminals have nothing to do with us. Just keep flying east until you get to London and Rome. There you will find the deplorable scoundrels who stole our labor and money and resources and now propose to steal yours. What good is their fraudulent title to things they don't own? Of what value are their lies, pretending that we are their sureties and that we agreed to this? 99.9% of Americans never heard a word about any of these cozy arrangements made for us by these self-interested liars. Fly east to London and to Rome and speak to those who are truly responsible for the debts that the fake U.S. owes. Wake up, Beijing. A rose by any other name may smell as sweet, but a dung heap is still a dung heap, too. America is not for sale, and we are not responsible for their odious debts. The Queen is responsible for the debts and bad behavior of the territorial government, and the Pope is responsible for the municipal government, and both the Queen and the Spanish King are responsible for all the criminality that has been headquartered in Puerto Rico. It has nothing to do with us, and trying to buy up our infrastructure from them is like trying to buy a Hawaiian beach from an Eskimo. No doubt they would give you a quit-claim deed to everything they don't own. Wake up, Beijing. Please hit subscribe, like, share, embed, and get ready for many more Anna von Reitz videos.